What is going on, people? What is going on, people? We are back with another episode live on the channel. Everyone who's watching, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitter, we'd love for you to come over to YouTube and show some love over here. Manchester United are facing Crystal Palace on this coming Saturday. I have my good friend Sky, one of the queens of Manchester United
Hello.
content creation, joining me today. How are you
That's
doing?
very kind. I'm good. That's very kind of you to say. I'm great. Thanks for having me. I love doing these match previews with you, so it should be fun.
No, this is gonna
I'm
be a fun.
excited.
Shout out Staffy Temi, kick your guts. She's too toxic for my liking. Ten Hag in. Yo, Staffy does this every
I
year
hate.
where he goes
I
to a
hate. I know it drives me nuts. It's like my least favorite thing about him. His top red face.
yeah, he'll go through this phase and he'll just do this thing where he's just toxic positive, but we love it. We love it. Shout out Staffy, by the way. Hey, Staffy, I saw your thing on Bleacher Report. That's dope, bro. So shout out to you, man.
Yes,
Shout out to you. That was really, really cool, man.
so dope. That's what we want to see.
I know. That goes too good. Well, no, man. Let's get into it. Obviously, we're looking to win 3 games in a row. I said when we first played Southampton, once that run started versus Southampton, um, we needed to get on a winning streak. The only way that we can have some semblance of trust, even though I'll never trust this manager again, like I want even though I'll never trust him again, I want results. So he needs to start building like, okay, let's win 5 in a row. Let's win 6 in a row. Or let's be undefeated for
Mhm.
8 games. Let's be undefeated for 10 games. And it starts with winning games like Crystal Palace away. You have to win. You have to win games like this if you want to
Mhm.
be anywhere near the top 4. Let's be real. Like you just have to get results like this, especially when you've already dropped points so early in the season to teams you should not have dropped points to. You feel me? So what are your thoughts leading into this game? How are you feeling? Obviously, we won the last game 7-0. What are you? What is your? How are you feeling? How are you feeling heading into the match?
Yeah, no, I mean, outside of like people like Top Red Staffy, I would agree with you. I think that what we're seeing is good, right? We're seeing a lot of good things. I will agree with you. I mean, we're seeing creativity in the front line, which is great. We're seeing things that we didn't see last year. Like you though, I'm not going to let the excitement and the hope get me thinking delusional, right? Like I want to stay level-headed. Like you said, even with Rashford, like I love the fact that he's scoring. Don't get me wrong. Like I am so happy for him, but I need it to continue. Like I need to see a goal, another goal, 2 more goals, another goal. You know what I mean? Like I just need them to take it one game at a time, and keep showing us improvements. And if we can see that, I think then I'm like, okay, we're on the right track. But the only reason why I feel like it won't be like that for us is because who our manager is. So I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst. But when it comes to Crystal Palace, I mean, this is not an easy game on the road. It's not. Um, and we'll see how we do. I mean, we'll get into the starting lineup because I'm kind of interested to see who you're gonna put for the midfield. But
Mhm,
I'm more confident in this team than I was last year because we didn't get any points off Crystal Palace last year.
mhm.
Uh, so it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely. This one is super important, and if we're in season 3 of Ten Hag and we're scared about Crystal Palace away, honestly, it's just a red flag. I'll be real. Listen, Crystal Palace have talented players, but they haven't had a great start to the season. Obviously, losing their best player, Michael Elise, is
Mhm.
was has hurt them so far this season, right? So we should be going in there with confidence, right? We just came off the back of a 3-0 win. Granted, wasn't the prettiest win in the world, right? But we still won 3-0. The 7-0, I mean, people are gonna scoff and say it's just Barnsley. I thought that we played well. I mean, even if it was just Barnsley, they did defend horribly in some moments, I'll be real. But I thought we played well, and I thought the midfield looked really, really good. I was happy to see three actual midfielders playing and controlling the game. And I've said it, like I want to see something similar to that. Like Ugarte and Casemiro, run that back. Run that back. You feel me? And I want to see.
Like, I get that,
Mhm.
and I agree with you, but it's like, is it because we were playing Barnsley?
I know, but think about it like this. This. I want to, and I've heard that a lot. I tweeted about this, and people were like, "Oh, it's just they're like, oh, it's just Barnes." I'm like, think about this. We faced Coventry City, and they ran through our midfield for 45 minutes straight. 45 minutes straight.
This is true.
Newport County, we leaked goals against them. Like, so we faced mid competition and made a game of it. Like Sheffield United last season was a game. Like these are relegation fodder teams that we were struggling with. So I genuinely do hear that. But again, it's just more so of like we're difficult to play against when we have those type of players in midfield, as opposed to Bruno, who likes to get forward, Mainu, who likes to get forward. And listen, if it's Ugarte, Bruno, and Mainu, Ugarte's not going to look good against Crystal Palace. I'm going to predict that right now. Like if
I
Bruno
don't
and
think Maino would either.
yeah. I thought you were about to say something. My bad. No, like for me, it's like I don't want to see Bruno and Mainu in midfield anymore. I'm good off that, and I'm not. Listen, I'm not. But there's just too much, just too attacking, and we're just too easy to play against when those two are in midfield. Am I tripping for that?
I know. No, and that's my only concern is I genuinely feel like he's gonna put those three that you just mentioned in the starting lineup for Crystal Palace. That's what I think. He's gonna put Bruno, Ugarte, and Mainu.
I think so too. And that worries that worries me tremendously. That worries me tremendously. Staffy, you're hilarious, bro. But no, I just
give it a rest.
I know it's just Barnsley, but we've never even come close to scoring 7 goals under this manager. Like I think the most we had scored before was 4, right? And that was in a cup game, not with our starters. Like we played with the B that didn't score 4 goals. We've never scored 4 goals with like his preferred lineup in, right? So it's like, okay, you see that we scored 7 goals in one game. No matter we don't score goals consistently. We scored 7 on the weekend with attacking players I'm not even like hugely fond of, right? I just think he needs to lock in that midfield. What midfield would you play? I'm just curious, and we'll get into the lineups, but like what did you think? Well, actually, before you even say that, what did you think of the performance against Barnsley? And like, is there anything that you think can translate?
I mean, I'm going to be really honest. I was having a great time. It was so nice to just watch a game and just see them like it just looked more fluid to me than any other game that I'd seen previously. Like the players just seemed like they knew what they were doing. It wasn't as I feel like when you watch Manchester United, it's kind of like it's like basketball, but it's like it's not there's no continuity, I guess, in the play style is what I'm trying to say. Like everything's kind of broken up and it just doesn't look good. And it looks like everyone's kind of reacting. Whereas versus Barnsley, I feel like everyone was on the attack. They were confident. They knew what they were doing. And it was nice. It was a breath of fresh air. I think every United fan was just like, oh my gosh, this feels good. Because we, like you said, we haven't scored that many goals in years, And so for me, I definitely want the confidence of the front line to stay like that. Like you said, the midfield was great. I think the midfield looked a little bit more cohesive. Our passing was better, So if we can keep those things going into the Prem, that would be nice. Because, in the midfield, especially, we get spread out a lot. Our passing looks terrible. Like we're a little too late, and it goes to the other team. So if we can do that versus Crystal Palace, that would be nice. It really would be nice. So I think it's be those things that I'd want to see.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Garnacho versus Mitchell is going to look like child abuse. Ten Hag usually stumbles.
Oh my gosh!
And this is 100%. He stumbles into the solutions with the full squad. I know next game he brings back Bruno, Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah, I wouldn't start Bruno. You asked, and I wouldn't start Bruno.
Yeah, no, I would like. I personally listen. I wouldn't start him, but if you want to start him, you have to play him on the right. Or you have to play him out. You don't have to play him out wide somewhere. Like the midfield needs to stay similar to what we saw. Like Eriksen had a great game. If you wanted to be, if you want to run back, Ugarte, Casemiro, Erickson again, I would have no issues with that whatsoever. But if he brings in Kobe Manu for Erickson, obviously I think Kobe's one of our best players. Like
Right.
we just need stability and we need balance in the team. Like I don't think people understand, like we lose the midfield battle literally every single week. Like every single week we lose the midfield battle, and it's the same players that we're playing. It's like, what are we not seeing here? What is the coaching staff not seeing here? Where it's like, why you lose the
I
midfield
just
battle every week and you keep running it back? Why?
yeah. I really wish I want to know what they tell Bruno, because to me it feels like they don't, if they could tell him, "Hey, stay here. You don't need to go all the way up. You don't need to run around everywhere. Stay here. We can work with this." Like, I feel like they're just telling him he can do whatever he wants, and because of that, it causes everyone else to compensate for him moving around.
Yeah. The idea of Bruno is much better than the application to me. Like I think because he is a number 10, and the concept of the number 10 position is you got, a free roll, right? You're supposed to get on the ball, just kind of be this maverick that's all over the pitch. But like we don't have wide players who are defensively good enough to cover those gaps, right? And we don't have midfielders behind Bruno who are athletic enough to cover for him,
Yes.
like just running all over the place. Kobe Manu, decent athlete. I don't think he's a decent athlete. He's a very technically gifted player. But I don't think he's all-world athlete. He's a good, not great athlete. Casemiro, obviously, his athleticism is completely gone, right? Erickson, no athleticism anymore. So like, Ugarte, good, very good athlete, can get around the pitch, but there's only so much you can do. Like if you're playing 1-on-3 in midfield a lot of the time. So yeah, I hope he saw something in that midfield and doesn't switch it up. Like you really should not be switching up your team too much after you won 7-0. I don't care who it's against. We're not Man City
Right.
where we're winning week in and week out and we can just tinker things. Like when you see something that's working, you need to like, hey, let's lock into this. Let's lock into this. But
Right.
let's go into lineups real quick. I'm curious to see what you think the lineup is going to be on Saturday. Actually, let me share my screen. That's important. Oh, my bad. I did something I'm not supposed to do.
Inception.
Inception, literally. What was that? Holy. 1 second. There we go. That is way better than what we saw at first. Cool. So like, what are you feeling? Obviously, we know what's happening here. Hey, I'll take clean sheet though. Hey,
I know.
yeah, he's never gonna play that. Poor kid.
No.
But what do you think he's gonna do with the center backs? Evans and Maguire look good too, by the way. They did.
Yeah, they did, but I don't think they start. I think it's still going to be Dillet Martinez. For me, though, I don't want Dello at the left anymore.
Oh, you don't? Why do you say that?
No, I think I would switch them.
Oh, you would switch Mazraoui and Dallo? Interesting. Give me your logic.
I just think Dallo's been struggling. I don't know. I don't know.
He did struggle against that fullback. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, or not that fullback. Excuse me, that winger. I don't know what that winger's name was, but he was getting cooked. He got cooked multiple times. But I hear that. Okay, so let's do Mazraoui.
I don't think he's going to though. Is this what we think Eric Ten Hag's going to do?
Let's do what you would do. Let's do what you would do first, and then go from there. Would you Dillet Martinez? You would stick with that, and then Mazraoui left back. Oh my bad, I should have changed the formation. Oops. Let's just do this. Cool. All right. So in midfield, what would you do?
What I would do? Okay. I'm going in the middle. I'm going Ugarte, Manu, and Cass.
Okay. So how about this? Let's just do a little flat 3 instead. Let's do this. There we go. So Casemiro. Cool. Then we'll go Ugarte. Yeah, I would do I would do this exact midfield. This is exactly what I would do. This is exactly what I would do. Like, this is what you call balance, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you call balance. Like, we have a player in Menu who's comfortable enough going forward, right? Ugarte can cover ground. I would just ask Casemiro to sit so we have that stability where we have two players who are defensively solid enough and can cover enough spaces, right? If Casemiro wants to go forward a little bit, Ugarte can tuck in. You feel me? Like, it just makes too much sense. It just makes too much sense. If he saw anything over the weekend, he should have seen like, yo, or the midweek, I should say, like, yo, this actually like this is solidity. I need solidity in my team. I'm making too many goals. Like,
the thing is, I don't think he drops Bruno. Like, I hate to say that, but
yeah,
there's just something with Bruno in this team. I don't know what it is, but yeah,
he's the captain, and he also got 2 assists midweek, so you know he's gonna play. You know, Garnacho's probably gonna. I think Garnacho's gonna start.
No, don't do that to me.
I think Rashford's gonna start, and I think Xerxes gonna start, and Bruno's gonna start. I think that's what's gonna happen.
No.
What would you do? What would you do?
You know, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I would still go Ahmad on the right. I mean, here's the thing. I'm so happy for Garnacho. There's nothing wrong with him subbing on and getting a goal. Like, why is that something that's a problem? You know, like,
he's been a great super sub. Like, this season, he's been
a
super sub. Like, what's wrong with
I know.
that? What is he, 20 years old?
Nothing.
Being a super sub there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. Trust me, there was better players than him back in the day that were super subs. Like, way better players.
Right.
like, let's be real. Like,
right.
We could go from Ollie all the way up to, you know, the likes of the Sahas of the world, like the Ji-Sung Parks of the world. Like, yo, there's nothing wrong with being a super sub. There's literally nothing wrong with it. But would you start Xerxes up top?
I would.
All right, okay. No Rashford through the middle.
Apparently Højlund might be available, but I don't think he should start. I think he should come off the bench if he is available.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear that too. And then on the left, who would you start?
Rashford.
Okay. Okay. You see, this team looks balanced. This team looks proper balanced. Like, it's actually like we have one guy here who, you know, is a wild card, right? In my opinion, damn near a luxury player at this point, right? We have two very technically gifted players in Xerxes and Amad Diallo, Kobe Manu, technically gifted, Mazraoui, Martinez, Dio. Like, the technical floor of this team is high. Then we have Ugarte, who can break things up, break up play. Casemiro, who can break up play. He's still a step too slow to me. But if you want to throw Eriksen in there, it doesn't matter. Like, if it's Eriksen, if it's Casemiro, I'm cool. Seriously, I'm cool. So this is good. This is good. I hope. Listen, ETH, are you watching this? Are you watching this live stream right now? Like, is he watching this live stream? He could.
He's not dropping Bruno, Temi. He's not dropping Bruno.
He could learn.
What would you do? Would you change anything? Would you switch like Dallo and Mazraoui, or what would you do? So,
I'd probably, if it was me, I'd probably just keep it this way. I think Dallo did have a tough go of it, but I think that was just an anomaly. I think that was just a weird day. I'm just gonna write that one off to just a tough day at the office. I don't know what was going on with that winger. Me and my boy Brian were talking about it. He's like, Dallo has this thing where like he kind of struggles against crap wingers. like if he doesn't respect the winger, he doesn't really have his greatest game. And I'm like, this is a good point. Like, but when he's like facing a really, really good winger, he's like locked in. He's like knows. He's like, all right, I'm not gonna let this person. You know what I mean? And I heard it. ESPN got him on graphics with Yamal. Would be a disgrace if he doesn't start. Temi, who is this? Who's got?
Is that Garnacho?
Is that Garnacho?
That might be Garnacho.
I'm on Xerxes. Okay, that's Xerxes agenda warming up when we give Palace their first Prem W. No facts. Shout out Rajat V, man. Appreciate you for hopping on the live. We have over 50 people watching on all platforms. If you're watching on Twitter, hop over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, no, anything I do differently, I'd start Rashford. I almost said hook him, but like he actually played well against Barnsley.
Who'd you put there?
Who
would you put there? If not Rashford.
Maybe Bruno, maybe just for more midfield.
Okay.
Midfielders on the pitch. That's like a whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Rashford played really well against Barnsley. I have to give it to him. Like he actually got on the ball. He was actually involved in the buildup. He actually made good decisions. Granted, it was too easy for him. Like the first goal he scored, I'm like, yo, that is the most awful defending I've ever seen. Like it's like a FIFA goal. Like he just literally pushed it by him. Bye-bye. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't change too much here.
So now
he's been a little sus. This brother right here, he's been a little sus.
He has, and it hurts me.
I've been watching. He's on watch from me. Like I'm not trusting.
No.
Maguire has looked better than him this season. I'm being deadly serious. Maguire's looked better than him. But I'm not saying we should start Maguire. I'm just saying he's on watch.
No, I'm there with you, and it hurts me to say because I really like him, but I agree.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think our manager's going to do?
Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that, Sky. Let's unpack that. Because this is what I think he's going to do, okay? At striker, I think Xerxes is going to start. I think Bruno's going to be our number 10. I think because Garnacho almost had a hat trick, he will be starting on the right-hand side. I think Rashford will be starting. I think Kobe Mainu will be starting.
You think he's you're probably right. That sucks.
Kobe Mainu is going to start. I think Ugarte is going to start. I think it's going to be Dallo here. The back four is pretty much the same. I don't think anything's excuse me, I should say.
Yeah.
Is yours. Martinez.
You think he's going to put Dallo on the right?
Or the left? He's going to put him on the left, I think. He's going to put him on the left. Who's the right winger right now?
The Lit. For Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I really have not watched a lot of. I've only watched like one season. And then Azraoui. And obviously Onana. So this is what he's gonna do. And this lineup just not feeling it. Nope.
I hate that you put Garnacho there, but I feel like that's right. Unfortunately.
Yeah, this is the team.
Because some players he just like. What did you say?
No, I was gonna say like I just once Garnacho scored those goals and Rashford scored those goals and Bruno's got those goal contributions, like they're locked into the team. No question.
But for me, like I know Ahmad doesn't score. He hasn't scored as much, obviously, as Garnacho, but there's so much he offers outside of that is so crucial, to like the link up and the creativity up there that I just prefer Garnacho to come on as a sub, but I get it. Like I just know you're probably right.
Yeah, no, in the build up, I just think that Ahmad is so critical in the build up. I think he offers something that Garnacho just doesn't. And listen, I like Garnacho. I honestly have no beef with Garnacho. Like I think
he's smarter, but
yeah, like listen, his decision isn't great, but like a lot of for me, it's always like a lot of 20-year-olds aren't great decision makers. Like that, I'm gonna be real. Like he's 20 years old, right? The issue is Manchester United fans are putting him on this pedestal, right? As if he's like, he's like on like he's like one of those like young, just like world-class talents. It's like he's a Lamine Yamal or something. It's like, yo, relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think at his peak, he's a top
Yeah.
super sub, like a great super sub. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that. Diogo Dallo's right back, Masraoui is left back. I don't think he would risk the dynamic on the right hand side. Ahmad and Maz are building. I have faith Ahmad starts. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I don't know about that. I'm gonna be real. Against Garnacho, also against
God wants somebody out there.
yeah, and I hear that. I hear all of that. I'm just saying, like, bro, they scored goals. And like this manager has shown, like, if you get him goals, you're gonna play. No matter how you perform. Listen, everyone performed.
Yeah.
Everyone performed well against Barnsley. So this is not even like this is not a witch hunt. This is not like you know what I'm saying? But we just know this manager, right, Sky? Like, am I tripping? Like, this isn't something that would be crazy.
No.
You know.
No.
Viva
No.
Garnacho. Anybody who likes Cristiano gets my respect. Not only because that, but the guy is looking good. Yeah, he's looked good off the bench. He's looked good off the bench. Like, he's always, anytime he's been a super sub, he's looked pretty decent. He's looked pretty decent. But when you start him, it don't hit the same, man. It don't hit the same. You feel me? I'm not the biggest fan when he's starting, because when the game is in the balance and it's a tight game, like, he gives the ball away too often. He just gives the ball away far too often for my liking. But do you, like, from a Crystal Palace perspective, are you worried? Like, do you think this is a team that can, like, really, really cause us some problems? Because obviously they haven't had the best start to the season, right? But listen, they're one of, we have, like, to Uthman's point, man, we haven't won at Selhurst Park since 2021. So this could be one of those teams, like, they're our bogey team, you know what I mean? And we just struggle against them. Do you think it's going to be a struggle?
I think every game is going to be a struggle. Because that's just who we are. Again, I'm not going into any game super confident. I'm just going to be honest, because if there's one thing we're consistent at, it's being inconsistent. So we could come off a 7-0 and just totally lose and look like we don't even know how to play football on the weekend. So I would say the biggest things that for us, in terms of, if I'm a Crystal Palace fan, right? If we can get our midfield out of sorts, if they can somehow find a way to get our midfield, like, spread out, we're in trouble. I would also think too, if we can't score, because we've had issues with that. If we can't find a way to put the ball in the back of the net, like we have been, then I think that we're in trouble. But I think it always, most of the time for us, comes down to our midfield and how that's looking. And then also, if Martinez is not on his game, and it's a little shaky, because I was most confident in our defense for most of these games, and there have been instances where I'm like, what are you doing, defensively? So if our defense can stay focused, we'll be okay. But I haven't seen that focus that I've seen previously. So
and this is the lineup they faced. This is the lineup they played last
Leicester.
week. I watched like the first half of this game.
That was a draw, right?
Yeah, it was a draw. They've had
was that a draw?
They've had 2 losses and 2 draws in the Premier League. They haven't won a game yet in the Premier League. Which is, oh my gosh, if they beat us, I would be sick. For their first win in 5 games, for their first win in 5 games, just come up and get us out the way would be not great. But listen, there's some good players here. Like, I worry about Mateta versus Martinez. Like, I worry, like, he'll just, like, they'll try and knock it long a couple times. And the thing is, Glasner likes to play football, so, like, I worry, like, are they going to target Martinez, right? You feel me? Like, they have strong strikers. Eze, pulling people out of position. Adam Morton, one of the most highly touted young players in the league. You know what I mean? So, listen, I don't know if Doucouré is going to be healthy or fit. I know he came off, but If we play the midfield we play this weekend, we can bully this midfield. I'm telling you. Or I keep on saying this weekend, this midweek. We can
Yeah.
bully this midfield. If we play with Mainu, if we play with Ugarte and Casemiro, we will win this midfield battle. Like I genuinely believe we'll win that midfield battle. If we don't though, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, Bruno is not getting dropped unless he moves Bruno to the front.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be the only thing I could see him doing. But
you know,
Bruno's not getting dropped. So
I'd be so okay with that. If he said, "Hey, Bruno, play on the left or play on the right or whatever," listen, cool. As long as he's not disturbing my midfield, I'm actually okay with it. I'm actually okay with it. It would be just like us for us to go there and give them their first 3 points, man.
absolutely it would.
That would be heartbreaking. When Man United lose control, it's over. It's over.
And I don't know.
What does that even mean? Yeah.
Our game versus Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure you saw the first 30 minutes, right?
It was awful. It was absolutely awful. If they scored that,
that's my concern.
If they scored that penalty, we are screwed.
Yes.
Like, I think once that penalty save happened, their heads dropped, and it was like we just kind of took over from there, right? Like,
right. And that's my concern. Like, no, I'm just saying that's my concern. If we come out like that, or if we have even just a moment of that game where we just look terrible, we're screwed. Because Southampton obviously isn't that great, but
they're not good. They're not good at all.
That's what concerns me about this team.
They're not good. Southampton is literally mid.
We look so bad.
And we look so bad. We look so bad. Shout out Jay Socials, man. Shout out, guys. What are your thoughts on resting Mainu? Listen, I actually would not have a problem with that.
I'm okay with it.
If it was Eriksen, Ugarte, and Casemiro, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that too.
Yep.
Genuinely. Because it's balanced. Like, Mainu has been playing literally week in, week out since he returned from injury last season. So, like,
yep, for club and country.
How old is Mainu now? 20? Is he even 20? Is Kobe Mainu even 20 years old?
I don't think he's 20. I don't think he's 20 yet.
Let me check that. How old is Kobe Mainu, man? I'm not trying to have Kobe like Pedri, man. He's 19.
He's 19.
Oh my days, and he's gonna be 20 in April. He's a baby. Like, he's bro, Kobe Mainu is a baby. Like, when I legitimately say, like, no 19-year-old should be starting every single game of, like, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm granted, like, Jude Bellingham starts pretty much every week, but like, he does get rotated. Like, if injuries happen, like, he sat out for about a month just recently because he was hurt. But like,
right,
like, I don't need Kobe Mainu starting every single game of every single week. Like, no Crystal Palace will probably play that low blocks with someone. So need someone like Ahmad type to break lines. I don't think they're going to play a low block, to be honest with you. I really don't.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they did
that. Especially because people know how to play against us. Like, all you have to do is, like, apply some pressure, and we generally fold. You know what I mean? Ugarte needs to man mark Eze. Will Collier and Ugarte play as a pivot panel? Absolutely not. Collier played well, by the way. Collier played. Listen, shout out to him.
Yeah, he did.
He played out of position. He played really well. He was dropping into midfield. Like, you can see the talent there. He's going to be a very good player. Like, Toby Collier is going to be a very good player. I can already see it. But let's let the young.
And I think him playing those kind of games is perfect. You know,
loved it. I was like, this is when you play kids. Like, I was surprised like he didn't get a game time. Amos didn't get game time. Like, those are the games you just put them on. You know what I mean? Just especially when you're up 5-0. Like, let the kids get some game time.
I know.
More than off the bench gives us more depth. 100%. Like, listen, I'm not Hoyland's biggest fan, but I'm happy he's back. I'm happy he's back. He's another body. Listen, and he's not completely terrible. I'm not his biggest fan, but hey. I also think Manu should not play against Palace. Rest him against Palace in the next game as well. He needs it. We need it as well. Give Collier a chance. Lamine doing his math work at homework. Yeah, no, it really is crazy. Like, he was dominating the Euros and doing homework. Like, when I was 16, I don't even know.
He just scored today as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hate the time the Champions League games are. Like it's
I
literally
know.
personally for me, it is the worst time because it's like
Yeah.
that afternoon rush when you're trying to get your work done, and I can't really lock
Yep.
in. Like I'm like tired and I'm trying to work and I can't
Yeah.
focus and like it's the worst. I gotta go back and like I always have to go back at night and like watch fights and I'm like, yo, I don't like doing this because it feels like homework now. Like I want to watch it like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? For Ivory Coast, Ahmad plays in midfield, so there's a suggestion. Yeah, no, listen. It's
Oh, does he? I did not know that.
yeah, he plays as a 10, but man, African football is just different. Like it's just a different, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. It's crazy, yo. And listen, African football is crazy. I'm just letting you know right now. It's a completely
Well, I
different.
watched AFCON, so
Yeah, it will be. Listen
that
for
was fun.
yeah. Oh, I love AFCON's amazing. Iwobi plays in midfield for like central midfield for us for Nigeria. Like
What?
I don't want Iwobi playing central midfield for me anytime. Like with
That's
all
hilarious.
due respect to Iwobi because Iwobi's a baller for me. Like I'm a big Iwobi guy. So, but he plays in central midfield for Nigeria. So just let that just take that with a grain of salt. Won't mind if Bruno gets rest or plays at center forward. Let Xerxes play. Listen, if Bruno playing false nine, I would not care. Would not care one bit. Loki Casemiro's playmaking ability when put in a back three has been decent. Ahmad was 10 at Rangers 2 during his loan spell. What I don't think he was 10. I see what you're saying. Like he was a number 10. He barely played for Rangers to be. I watched one of those loan. I watched his first game. I think he scored his first game for Rangers, and then it kind of just I didn't watch any more of those games. But at Alcon, they don't care what position. They just squeeze their best players in where they can. Sort of, kind of.
What?
Sort of, kind of, not really. Lelo Bruno got his rest against Barnsley. There's no way Ten Hag is dropping him. I know. Could ETH place Casemiro as center back in a back five? I don't know why he'd do that. We literally have we have 6 center backs without
No,
Casemiro.
please no.
Like we literally have Evans, Maguire, Martinez,
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not experiment.
Lindelof. Who else am I missing? You know, like we have a lot of center backs. We have a lot of center backs. But yeah, no, I think we can get at this team, man. I think we can get at this team. Like I'm just looking like I know look Lacroix looked good, Gahey's looked decent, but like again, they've struggled. The team as a whole has struggled. Like this is not a team we should be. We have way better players than them. Let's just be real. Like I as much as we can, we have
That means nothing with this team.
way better players than them, man. It's just like, come on, you just have to pick the right team. Like this,
on paper, we usually do look better than most teams.
yeah,
but
we don't
in
pick,
application,
we don't pick the right combination of players. That's the issue. It's like what can I even compare this to? Like if I'm on a car lot, right, and there's a Ferrari, there's a Rolls Royce, there's a Maybach, and then there's a Honda Accord, and they're like, you can pick any car you want. And I picked the Honda Accord. What does it matter that I had all these other options and I didn't pick them? Like, what does it matter? So like, just pick the right players. That's it. I don't even think someone like listen. As much as I dislike Bruno as a player, I think if you play him in that front three as a false nine, whatever, he's fine. He's not disrupting things. You know what I'm saying? But if you play him in midfield, problem. Just a problem. Oh wait, never mind. To give that much respect to Crystal Palace. Listen, I don't mind. Listen, I have no issue with the back three. I think a 3-4-3, a 3-4-2-1. Those are all formations that can be attacking formations. You just have to again pick the right team. You know what I'm saying? The only difference this time around is we have a good back line and better midfield options. Last season, injuries killed us for this fixture. I hear that still, but pick the right team. Manchester United head coach Erik ten Hag is reportedly considering restricting Kobe Mainoo's minutes in the coming week, according to Give Me Sport. Who's Give Me Sport, Stretford? Shout out to Stretford. But who is Give Me Sport? I've literally never heard of that in my life. Never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, me either.
But listen, I'm okay with Kobe getting a bit of a breather, man. Like I don't have an issue with that. He struggled.
Yeah, I don't.
He struggled the last couple of weeks. He looked half decent against Southampton, but the week, obviously Liverpool or no, Southampton, he didn't look good.
Mhm.
He did not look good at all. He did not look good
No, he
against.
didn't.
What am I saying? He did not look good against Southampton. And then Liverpool obviously was Liverpool. So yeah, I have no issues with him getting a rest. But listen, let's go back to the lineups. Like what is your score prediction heading into this weekend? Like what are you feeling? Do you think we can make it 3 in a row? I need honesty.
I'm gonna go 2-1 us.
That listen, I love a good 2-1. I love a good 2-1. It's the 2-1 is the safest score line. You don't know how the game is going to go, and I have
Because I don't think we score more than 2. I genuinely don't think we score more than 2. I don't think we even score 3.
No chance. If it's this lineup that I'm putting right here, 1-1 draw. If it's this lineup, 1-1 draw. That's what I'm predicting. Because
I could see a draw. Yeah.
Because it's just not, this lineup is not good enough. This lineup's not good enough.
Thanks.
If it's this lineup, which the lovely Sky created, 3-1. 3.
I don't think we're getting 3, but I love it.
If it's this lineup, I'm telling you we'll score 3 goals. I'm telling you right now for a fact we'll score 3 goals. Because it's just Crystal Palace. I guarantee we'd have control of the game if this is the lineup.
Yeah.
Like Crystal Palace leaked a couple goals, so we can get at them if we have balance and if we have control of the game. You know what I'm saying? So if it's this lineup, I'm here for it. Run it back 3-1. 3-1. I wouldn't mind this at all. Marcus Rashford seems like he's building in.
So what's your score prediction? With Eric Ten Hag's lineup.
1-1. 1-1. This is with Eric Ten Hag's lineup, 1-1. Okay. I think Ugarte's not going to look good if those are his midfield partners. I feel bad for him. If this is what Eric Ten Hag subjects him to, listen, and mind you, this is not shade to Kobe Manu because he's a baller. He's a hooper. But he likes to go this.
Bruno ruins him though.
He likes to be right here. Like Kobe Manu likes to operate right in this little left half space. That's where he likes to be. That's where he likes to operate. Bruno likes to be, just that's what he likes. That's what he likes to do. You know what I mean? So that when this guy's here and this guy's here, look at this. Do you see this?
And then people wonder why Casemiro looks terrible.
And then this guy has to cover all this by himself. All this space by himself. Look at this. What does expression say? Bagel FC, nothing in the middle. That's what that shout out expression is, man.
Yeah.
Like yo, this is literally what it is. So if that's the midfield, I'm just gonna say 1-1. I'm gonna be real. I hope that's not the case though. 3-0 Man United. Listen, I love that confidence for Rajat. Very solid team. Probably give it something. Yeah, would love to see Collier play left back. Nah, man. Let the young G grow, man. Let the young G grow. Left back against Barnsley is much different than left back against Crystal Palace. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
I don't know who's gonna be out wide. I think we saw their lineup. They play with wing backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to risk it. I don't even want to risk it, man. Let's just let Diogo. Let's just let Diogo Dalot do his thing. Let's let Mazraoui do their thing. We got good fullbacks now. I'm happy about that. Both of our fullbacks are proper fullbacks. You know what I mean?
I really love seeing them play. Like I've enjoyed it. I have to say, like it's been.
I was a hooper. I was a little worried about his defensive capabilities But he's held up well. He's held up well. He's a good player,
Yep.
man. He's a proper
Hmm.
player. F it. Feel we're going to do a clean sheet, man. I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. Uh, our center back doesn't even step
Don't
forward.
do that to my Martinez.
Channel, man. Listen, that is super harsh, but yeah, he's not been looking good. How did Tottenham Hotspur
He
barely beat
hasn't.
Coventry? I mean, listen, we barely beat Coventry. We were literally
I
a
know.
we were,
Coventry's not terrible.
we were a toe we were a toe away from losing that game last year. Literally a
Was
Kevin
it Anthony?
and that offsides that got called. Like that is it. They had won that game.
Yeah.
So listen,
Yeah. I know.
Ineos, bring me Branthwaite with that urgency. Listen, I'm so happy we didn't sign him this summer because what's up, Dice?
Yeah.
Um, I'm happy. I'm
It's going
happy.
crazy.
I know, right? I'm happy we didn't sign him this summer because he was too expensive. But I think that price is going to come down next summer, and that's when we strike. So shout out to Ineos for being patient. Manuel Ugarte needs to be alert the whole game. Absolutely. Listen, like especially with these brothers, like right here. You know what I mean?
I really hope we don't see that tomorrow. I really hope. I would be sick.
This is pretty much what it's gonna. It's pretty much gonna be like something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? That's it's more it more looks like that than anything else. 3 forwards, 2 guys who like to be number 10s essentially, or advanced midfielders, whatever you want to call it. And then poor Ugarte in midfield by himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
And
I
he's
listen.
gonna be the scapegoat.
If Eric Ten Hag surprises me and actually plays a team with balance, I will apologize. I will apologize. I will come out
Yeah.
and I will apologize. I'm telling you right now for a fact. But I don't see that happening. So, you know, um,
Everyone's saying Palace are crap. You guys are moving a little too confident for me.
yeah.
They're not good, but
Yeah, Mateta and Nketiah with Eze are going to dominate. I can pick you as well. I've had enough of little. That is crazy. Diomande, get Ignacio. A midfield 4 is the only way we protect our back line. Palace are crap this year. We should win this one. Sounds good. Sounds good, my brother. Maybe Garden. Oh my goodness, the short jokes are crazy. Are you guys tall, by the way? Are y'all tall?
I know.
Man, damn. I hope you guys are taller than him. You feel me? CP is average this year, 100%.
Dang.
Listen, it's not been a good start for them, but I think they'll eventually bounce back.
Mhm.
I don't
And
think
let's be real. People always play up against us. They want to beat United. So we have to always come ready to play. Like I don't want to hear somebody's crap. Because
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna play up against us because they want to beat us anyway, So
Mhm.
and they're at home.
Exactly. Big crash after the new manager bounce. Yeah, I think they just lost their best player. That normally that takes an adjustment period. Genuine question: do you think our center backs can handle Mateta and Nketiah? I am a little worried about Lissandro. Like, I would not be opposed to a little Johnny Evans action or a little Harry Maguire action. I would not be 100. I would not be like, how could he drop Lissandro? Like, I would not be shocked. Like, I would not be like, this is terrible. You know what I mean? But I am a bit worried that like Mateta will target Lissandro and bully him a little bit.
If he's smart, he will. So.
Yeah. So you know what I mean?
He probably will.
That's my only worry. De Ligt, I'm not too worried about. De Ligt has actually been really good since he's joined.
Yes, he has.
But I have no issue.
Real good.
Man United are a bit inconsistent. A bit. We are literally consistently inconsistent. Like
I know.
We won 2 games on the bounce, and we're like, yes, can we make it 3? Like we're like trying to figure out if we can win 3 games on the bounce. Like come on.
That's what worries me. Is like we just did so well. Like I'm so concerned we're gonna look awful.
Yeah. Temi,
I'm scared.
remove Bruno and bring in Cass. We need that for listen. This is what we want to do right here, man. This is what we want to do. We've already explained this. See how clean this looks, man. See how clean this looks. It's just come on, man. This is shout out Sky for making that, man. Maz's been amazing. Yeah, he's been great. Mateta is just not going to target him. He's going to rough handle him and dominate him. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my brother.
Lissandro just doesn't get just bullied like that. I mean, he has some fight in him.
Yeah, he's got some fight in him.
He
just got to pattern up a bit. He's been looking a little bit.
He's missing Varane. He'll get it together.
I mean, guys, drop your score predictions in the chat before we round up here. We're almost at the hour. You feel me? This has been fun as always, Sky. I appreciate you. You feel me? About to end the live. Yeah, man, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna sign off here, man. We're almost at the hour mark. Tomorrow at 6 a.m. I will be live. The Wavy Red Show is back, and I have a special guest. 6 a.m. I got a special guest. So hint, it's somebody in England. So make sure.
Yeah, it has to be.
Somebody in England. So make sure to tune into that. First episode of the Wavy Red Show, I had Rick the Red. You feel me? So episode 2, we're gonna have another,
which was awesome.
Yeah, thank you. So we're gonna have another super cool guest tomorrow. So who do y'all think is gonna be? I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail. Let me see if I can pull up.
Yeah, I'm thinking Saeed too.
Yeah, let me pull up the thumbnail. I will not share who it's gonna be. But I'll let y'all see the thumbnail. You feel me? Let's see. Where's that thumbnail at? Yep, let me pull it up. So you guys know.
Okay, here's my question. Are they on like a network? Not like a network, but are they on like a United View?
So this is a content creator that everyone knows very, very well. Very, very well.
Are they independent or are they on a
how about this? They're independent. That's the last hint I'll give.
Okay.
That's the last hint I'll give.
Rants or
who knows? But we'll see, man. It could be anybody that it's anybody, man. It could be anybody. I'm seeing Flex. I've met Flex a couple times before too. He's a good dude. It could be Sunshine, Leon Den. It gets Fat. Listen, it could be Flawless. You're right. It could be anybody. It could be any of these people you mentioned. I'm cool with most of these people you're mentioning. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to England a couple times. I've hung out with a lot of these these content creators. I remember I met Saeed like 2020. It was the season that Ali got fired. That's when I met Saeed. That was
wow.
And that's also the season I was on Flex's show, United View. I did like a fan cam. I did a fan cam with him. I met a bunch of these people. I did a stream with Rants once on Griggs' channel. So yeah, it could be any of these people, man. I'm not gonna reveal it. How about this? The thumbnail with the actual person has already been made. I'm gonna drop that in a few hours and see who it is.
Ooh, okay.
Feel me? So
yeah, because that silhouette looks nothing like anybody I know. So that's the reason why.
That was intentional. I wanted people like, listen, you're not gonna like know who it is off the silhouette. That's come on now. Come on, that's too easy.
Get down.
So, guys, make sure to turn on your post notifications for that so you don't miss it tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. My man said looks like John Smith. Nah, it do look like a John Smith, don't it?
Somebody said Mark Goldbridge, and I was like, it kind of does.
Mark Goldbridge. Wait, who said that? Who said it looks like Mark Goldbridge? I see that. Who said that? That's hilarious. Hilarious. I was 2-0. Big up. Shout out Venetia. Shout out Venetia. As long as you and EP have a match reaction Saturday, then we good, Temi. Yeah, I need to hit up my brother, man. I need to hit up my brother Brian. You know that's my guy. We always have good conversation. Who's hot fuzz? What is that?
What? I don't know who that is.
Who's hot fuzz? Ugh, it just sounds weird.
I know.
But Mark, I've never met Mark Goldbridge. A lot of people don't seem to rock with him. I don't know anything about that. Like, I know nothing about. I know Saeed doesn't rock with him because they have some beef. My guy Aaron doesn't rock with them. Like, a lot of people I know don't rock with, and I don't. listen, I don't get involved in all that. You feel
Yeah.
me? I am
Yeah.
been on the
Same.
United. I've been on the United stand before. Like I have no like I've hung
Yeah.
bro. Beth super. When I say Beth is so cool.
Weren't
Like,
you in the studio?
yeah, I was in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
I think I've seen
I
that.
know Beth. So she like I was gonna be in Manchester and she was like, oh yeah, come to the show. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, you know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I met Nuruddin that day too. Or
Oh, I love him. He's funny.
I met Nuruddin before that, but I was on the show with Nuruddin that day. And it was cool. Like I was at so it was for the FA Cup final that we lost against City. I don't know if you remember, like
Oh,
before last,
yep.
where
Yep.
they scored in like 20 seconds. I was at a bar with
Yeah.
I was at a bar in Manchester with Beth, Kevin, who's also like one of the regulars on United Stand.
Yeah.
And we were just watching the game together. It was a lot of fun, but obviously we were losing the
Yeah.
whole. It was like, man, let me just drink these brews and get a little lit and just forget about this day. Like, you know what I mean? I was low key drunk on that like on that panel. I was like 4 or 5 beers. Like I was
The outcome didn't help.
The outcome did not help. The outcome did not rants. Listen, I can't tell you guys who it is. I can't tell you guys who it is, but it's gonna be big. And I have the next guest lined up too. And when I say you guys would never know who the next guest is, but he's a big Man United, not even Man United, but football content creator. Like I'm excited for that one too. So episode 3 is about to be. I just got to get the dates right for episode 3. And we're locked in, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
And Temi would be an insane show.
I know.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. I
love that.
I gotta get him on the channel for sure. Lies B. Who's Lies B? Who's that? Is that somebody that I'm?
Yes.
Do you know who Lies B?
I have no idea. No.
Okay, I have no clue. Can't. Oh.
Is that Culture Cams?
They're talking about Lyles. They're talking about Lyles, who does I think Cams does I know the Culture Cams does something with Lyle Buzidi. I think his name is Lyle. Yeah, okay. I know who that is. Don't have to agree with everyone.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you seem like with their ball. Nah, chill on Beth. Beth knows ball. She just likes Bruno. That's the only thing that's wrong with her, you know. Beth knows ball, man.
Yeah, that Bruno hype gotta go.
I rock with every listen. People think I don't know ball. Like I'm telling you, there's tons of people who hear me talk. Trust me, there's tons of people who hear me talk and they're like, you don't know ball. Like because I have
It's all because they hear your accent. It just works against you.
I have oh my goodness. You know what I need to do? I need to clip up a video of was it y'all remember the guy who came in the comments and was like, oh yeah, you're American, you don't know anything, la 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 la. And then I went on this like rant. I was like, yo, like Sunshine knows more than I guarantee you knows more than you. Staffy knows more.
What was this?
It was like last week. I'm gonna find it and clip it up and like send it to you because like I was like, yo, the fact that people think like because I have an American accent or you have an American accent that you don't know ball, it's like so funny. When I went to Manchester, when I was inside Old Trafford, half the crowd was drunk. Like, how do you even know what's going on when you're this drunk? Like, how do you know what's going on when you're this drunk? Seriously, I'm like, I'm not trying to hear the people like, oh, I'm a match going fan, so I know more ball than you. Nope, not buying it. Not buying it one bit. You do have Americans who watch a lot of football. Absolutely. Listen, we're kind of a like American football fans are kind of like a weird niche group. It's like super niche. Like there's a lot of us, but you don't see us anywhere. Like I have a Man United bar like a 10-minute walk from me, Sky. And when I say
that's so nice,
it's super nice. The big games, when the big games like the Arsenal, Liverpool, like when I say it is packed out.
I love that.
It's packed out. I'm like, where are y'all at? Where do y'all be at? Like I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, I never like have conversations with people. I'm like, I run into I'm in DC. I live in DC. I go out, all this stuff, right? I don't really. I've bumped into one Man United friend in DC that like we just were randomly like going to a party. I was in line. One of my buddies introduced me to her. He's like, "Oh, you're a man. She's a Man United fan too." Mind you, she's like a big time journalist. Like,
Oh, wow.
she's like she works on the boardroom. She works for the boardroom like Kevin Durant's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's cool.
she's like interviewed. So when I say she's like interviewed Sir Alex, like
Oh my gosh.
you name it, she's like
Yeah.
interviewed Varane last season. She is like I'll show you. Like
That's
she's
awesome.
crazy. I'll show you the pictures off air. I'm like, yo. So I gotta get her. I gotta get my girl on the channel
Yeah,
too.
you do.
I gotta get my girl on the channel too. Man and I tried to walk into the chat and tell, oh, how to feel about the team. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Uthman, you were there too, man. I was like, yo, I've literally been watching Manchester United since I was in elementary school. Like, mind you, I didn't know what the hell I was watching. I was just enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like a nerd. I love FIFA. I love watching sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, I've been watching Man United since I was young. So, like, do me a favor. Who is trying to do that? No such thing as a better fan. Oh, yeah. Listen, trust me, there's a ton of fans who think that because they go to games
Yeah.
or that they live in England, that
Yeah.
they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, most fans aren't like that. When I say I have so many good friends in England, like even for people I disagree with, shout out Mark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still love.
Mhm.
Appreciate Jersey last summer was crazy. I was there, man. I was there. I was there for that. I was there for the Arsenal
Mm.
United match. I met Staffy that day.
Nice.
Met Griggs that day. I met Omar that day. I did a video with Flex that day for my
Nice.
TikTok. Like it was a good day, man. That was a fun day. That was a fun weekend. It was happy days. But we're over an hour now. Let's sign off. Sorry, we got on a little tangent at the end there.
Okay.
Sky, thank you so much as always. The queen of Manchester United content. You feel me? She is doing.
No.
She's doing numbers. She's doing numbers, man. So shout out to and her. If make sure to follow her and subscribe to her YouTube. Follow her on TikTok. She's blowing up there. I need to get back to making TikToks, man. I just need to get back to making TikToks.
Yeah. You have to be consistent, it's hard.
I know when I say like I've kind of like I've been so locked in on YouTube. I'm like, yo, I want to like do this YouTube thing. Like that's really TikTok's a bunch of fun, you know, but it's like I need to just get back. I need to just get back consistent with it. I need to get back consistent with it. Like, but yeah, make sure Sky's YouTube is in my title description. So just make sure to show some love there. Thank you, man, for the congrats.
Yeah, I gotta get 1K.
Yep. Now it's time for 1K. Now it's time for 1K. Hopefully by tomorrow, once this content creator who's hopping on the channel is there.
Let's go.
Well, hopefully we can get there. So we'll see, man. Big up, guys. Yeah, we're gonna sign off. Sunshine, let people know what you're doing this weekend from a content perspective.
Yeah, actually, in like an hour, I'm going to be on TJ's channel. We're doing a late stream, so we'll be talking about the Champions League games and probably Premier League over the weekend. And then I have a few videos coming out in terms of like match predictions and a match preview as well. And yeah, then we'll just be doing live streams on the weekend. And you can follow me on everything at Sunshine FC. And be sure to sub to Temi. We got to get him to 1K. Definitely super underrated in my opinion, and deserves more love. So definitely subscribe and hit that like button. So
appreciate it.
Always glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Hope I can get you back on soon. Hope I can get you back.
I have to get you on mine. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, let me know. I'll be there. You've always shown love to me, so I'll make sure to do the same. Absolutely. But guys, we're gonna sign off. Thank you to everyone. Oh, I gotta do shout outs. Shout out,
yeah, of course.
Shout out Uthman. Shout out Rajat V. Shout out Jay Socials. Shout out Ryan Cure. Shout out, I hope I don't miss anybody. Shout out Ramo. Shout out Stretford Gamer TV. Shout out Mr. Two Goated. To shout out United TV. Shout out I think I got everybody.
Top Red Staffy was here at one point.
Oh yeah. Staffy was here. Shout out Staffy too. I think I got everybody. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Staffy. Yeah, and then I think we got everybody, man. Appreciate everyone as always. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You feel me? And we will talk real soon.
Bye. Tin
This is-
Hog out.